Ooh, welcome into the PHNX Daily Bet Show, brought to you by the one and only DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and leave a 5-star review. I'm joined by crispy Shawn DePaz. Hey, Shawn.
How we doing?
I'm good, ready to talk about some violence on this fine Friday.
Woke up and chose violence.
We did. Seth Beard did as well last night.
Yo,
Where were you watching the game, and were you able to enjoy it with the Coyotes game last night?
no. Well, I mean, I was in a way, but we were in the middle of our post game show. And then all of a sudden, the comments started blowing up saying the D-backs won because the last time I checked the score, it was 2-0 Padres in the 8th. So I was like, if this game is over, the D-backs are on beginning of yet another terrible season. And then next thing I know, Seth Cerveza went yard. First rookie in MLB history to hit a walk-off on opening day when his team was down in the 9th.
Yes.
It was magical. I wish I had gotten to see it.
It was very, very fun. We were watching from the Ainsworth before the post-game show. The fireworks started going off like 30 seconds before he hit the home run because Bally's. And and we just knew what was going to happen. It was absolutely electric. I thought he was going to hit a gapper and like between the right fielder and center fielder or something. A ball just kept going. It was awesome. It was so fun. Really good for that team. Really fun to see. Really excited to see what the rest of the Diamondbacks do the rest of the Diamondbacks do for the rest of the season and what the Diamondbacks crew can do with that, because that post-game show was really fun. And if you hadn't had a chance to check it out yet, you can get it wherever you get your podcast or on the PHNX Sports YouTube channel. So do so if you please. Baseball and MMA are two very different sports.
Just a little.
They hit things hard. That's something
true.
they have in common. But I'm excited about this card tomorrow, Shawn.
Yes,
there's two title fights. You got some pretty big names on the main card as well, aside from the title fights. Just a quick little rundown. What are some things you're looking for before we give out our picks?
Well, I was really looking forward to the Rosenstrick fight, and it got canceled about 30 minutes ago.
Damn.
Because Duty was fighting, is out with an illness. She is involved in one of my picks. I absolutely love Mackenzie Dern. So I'm really excited whenever I get the chance for her to fight. And I'm really looking forward to seeing a full Peter Yan, Aljamain Sterling fight without someone getting kneed in the head while they're on the ground. So hopefully we'll actually get a real winner to this fight and not one by DQ.
For sure. Let's go over first of all, actually, baseball, going back to baseball, hitting things hard. I just wanted to toot my own horn a little bit with the Astros money line and Cardinals -1.5. So we love that. Johnny had the over in the D-backs game. That did not hit, but yeah, back to normal. But without further ado, Shawn, let's talk about your picks for tonight.
All right. What do I got here?
What do you got here?
So Dern by submission. Like I said, I'm a really big fan of her. It's at +215. 4 of her last 7 wins have come by submission. And Torres is not very good on the ground. She's more of a stand-up person. She only has a 15% takedown accuracy and 58% takedown defense. So she's not very comfortable on the ground. And Dern is. So I think if Dern can get this to the ground, it's going to be over relatively quick for Torres. So I like that one a lot. Chimaev plus by TKO, KO, DQ at +120 is probably going to be the most popular bet of this entire card. It's what he does. He's finished all 3 of his UFC fights in the first round, 1 by submission, 2 by knockout. His money line is -490. So to get that good of odds on what is I think most likely outcome of the fight is really attractive. And then Yan by TKO. Before he kneed Aljo in the head, he was kind of dominating that fight.
Yeah.
Aljo looks like he's in really good shape, but I still think Yan is one of the best fighters in the world, if not the best. And his manager said that this is the first time in his career that he is going into a fight without any lingering issues or injuries, which terrifies me for Aljo, because I am a fan of his, but I just think Yan is just going to be a significantly better fighter. Championship fight, so it's going 5 rounds. I think if you give Peter Yan, who has terrific stamina, terrific cardio, if you give him 5 rounds, he's going to finish that fight. So I feel like it's not going to go the full 5 rounds, and it's going to go in Yan's favor.
Yeah, that last fight was something else. Was that during like the Apex days or just
I
like
think so.
limited fans? Dude, those fights were unlike anything else.
They're
Just
electric. I'm
hearing
I
the meat smacks from from the TV, they're
yes.
so loud. It was
Hearing the
so fun.
corners yell. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I kind of wish they would keep fight nights in audience-less environments because they're
mhm,
really fun. The big UFCs, like the atmosphere is electric. You need
of
the big
course.
crowds, but the fight nights with nobody around was awesome.
For sure. Well, we'll get into my picks for this card as well. I like Dern, but I'm just taking her safe minus 120 money line. We talked about that. Both big fans of hers. I think she dominates this fight. Minus 120 is pretty insane to get somebody who I think should be heavily favored. And then Volk by KO. This man just throws absolute bombs. You get that at plus 200. Why not? And then I like Mark Madsen. He's plus money in this fight. I just think that there's value in that. And I didn't throw it in my parlay, but I was thinking about it. We both have some parlays for you.
Mhm.
Um, and I really wanted to take Gilbert Burns' money line. What do you think about the Gilbert Burns fight before we move on to our parlays, actually?
I don't think it's going to last very long. I mean,
Hmm.
like I said, I have Chimaev. I mean, listen, I may be drinking the Kool-Aid a little bit with Chimaev because he's had 3 electric finishes
Yeah.
and he hasn't fought like the best people in the weight class, but it's just like he's clearly a guy that just goes out and bangs. Like he's tough, bro. Like so I don't really like either of the Burns. Like I don't like Gilbert or his brother really. I don't
Wow.
think they're all that good. They're good fighters, but like they're not. I think Hosma is the future of that weight class.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be over relatively quick.
Well, you can bet on this as well on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. But you can bet on many other things. But the DraftKings Sportsbook app has something for new customers with 2 titles up for grabs
Ooh.
on the UFC 273. Join the action today because the DraftKings is the UFC's official sports betting partner. New customers can bet just $5 on any fighter and get $100 in free bets, win or lose guaranteed. So just throw $5 at a wall and watch people hit each other. You're going to get $100 back when you sign up using that promo code PHNX. Anything can happen in the octagon, but with DraftKings Sportsbook app, they've got you covered for a sure thing. Get your $100 in free bets today. It's safe, it's secure, it's reliable. Best of all, you can deposit and withdraw cash whenever you want. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use that promo code PHNX. Throw $5 on UFC 273 and get $100 in free bets no matter what. That's promo code PHNX this Saturday at the DraftKings Sportsbook app, the official sports betting partner of the UFC. That's 21 plus, Arizona only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT STEP. New customers only. Minimum $5 deposit required. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for more details. I'm gonna make some history right now, Shawn.
Oh boy.
I'm going to give out my DraftKings Sportsbook pick of the week, and it's going to be the highest odds DraftKings Sportsbook pick of the week I think I've ever
Ooh.
done. I don't know if it's ever. I'm sure somebody's done something stupid before on one of these shows around PHNX picking like a plus 10,000, but not on this show because we take ourselves seriously. So why don't you throw out my parlay, Jacob? This one is a little bit gross. Give me Dern by submission, Yawn by decision. Those two aren't insane.
Yeah. No.
But this is carried by Burns by submission. Gilbert
Whoa.
Burns by submission. He has the potential to do this, and I know he's such an underdog, but he can really anaconda you.
Yeah. No.
Um,
Yeah.
and for some reason, this is plus 1,400 just by itself on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. So you combine all those three, and you get around 9,800 odds. I'm going to throw a couple coins at that. I mean, why not?
Yeah,
Um,
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I think if Burns does win, that will be how he wins.
yeah.
I already told you that I love Dern by submission. I gave you all the reasons why for that.
Mm,
And like I said, Aljo, it does look like he's in very good shape. So I did pick Jan to finish the fight, but I wouldn't. I also wouldn't be surprised if it does go the distance. Because like I think Aljo's gonna be tough
mhm.
if he is as good as he looks. So
Yeah, that
I
was
don't hate it.
my DraftKings Sportsbook pick of the week. Do you want to make your parlay your DraftKings Sportsbook pick of the week, Sean?
Yes, but when I gave you my picks, I messed up, so the graphic is going to be wrong. I'm sorry for setting you up for
It's okay.
failure. But I will. Sure, let's do it. I'll make this my pick of the week. First off, Akre by decision. That is right. Alone, it's at plus 150. He's fighting Daniel Santos in Santos's first ever UFC fight. 3 rounds, I think Santos is going to be tough because guys that are making their debut tend to be. But I'm not going to trust a guy that's making his debut until he proves otherwise. So I like Acre by decision. Gary Weeks to go the distance. I told you yes, I meant no. That's at plus 180. So the actual odds for this entire parlay are plus 968.
Okay.
These are two guys that have super high finish rates. Weeks has won all 5 of his fights by finish. Gary has won 6 of his 8 career fights by finish. I don't think there's any shot this fight goes the distance. So that alone is minus 190. And then Volk by TKO, KO, DQ. Korean Zombie is not supposed to have this fight. He's filling in for the injured Max Holloway. I just think he's old and washed. I don't think he's a very good fighter.
He was very fun to watch, but it's over now, I think.
Yeah,
I might throw a little bit of coin on his money line just because he's so fun when he does win.
Yeah.
But I just don't see it.
Yeah, but he's well past his prime. I think Volk is such a prolific striker that he's just going to kind of just run all over KZ, and I think it'll be if you give Volk 5 rounds against a fighter that he's significantly better than, I think he is going to end that fight. I'll go within the first 3 rounds. I think it's going to be over for KZ. So.
I wish you could bet on the total amount of time he controls the fight, like on standing up.
That would be dope.
That would be very fun. Well, you can't bet on that, but you can bet on many other things in the DraftKings Sportsbook, as I said. So use that promo code PHNX when you sign up and get your money. That's all we got for today. We got an ASU live show coming up in 40 minutes. Grant House, ASU swimmer on. Going to be a very good time. I'm super stoked for that. Yes. So head over to the PHNX Sports YouTube channel. It's going to be right here. Lock it in. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss anything. You can follow me on Twitter at Shane Deef. Follow Shawn on Twitter at Shawn_DePause.
No, this is an ASU. I'm not anything as always. Okay. I'm going to clock out of the bakery. Well, no, I'm clocking into the bakery for the weekend and making some bread.
All right. And then you can follow the show on Twitter at PHNX_bets. We'll be back on Monday, every Monday through Friday at noon, right here on the PHNX Sports YouTube channel. Peace, love, and PRA.